Hello, Bachelor Nation. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We will get right into this next story. Roasted in ex's lyrics. Victoria Fuller confirms in an Instagram post that the song was, in fact, about her, as they say. Sometimes you have to be vain to think a song is about you. I think that's how it goes, right? But sometimes it is. They say the pen is mightier, but I tell you what, the guitar pick, pretty mighty too. The guitar pick is prickier. Never date a musician unless you want a song written about you. Unless it was Jed, in which case he's probably not going to write a song for humans. All right, but maybe he will. A boy can dream. They always say, like, oh, don't date a comedian. You date a comedian. You're going to make this bit, are you going to write a bit about me? Are you going to make a joke about me? Well, not unless you do something stupid, Penelope. Okay? All right? You think we want to do this? All right, let's move it along. All right, speaking of jokes, I got shows Friday night, North Hollywood, California. Free show, BYOB. Let me know if you guys want to come. And also, I've got a new Instagram reel up right there. You can go to my Instagram, @DNeals, and go see how I made my new studio setup if you want to see all about that. And then we'll get right into things. Hey, how about this? Riley and Marissa. We'll get into the Victoria Fuller thing in a second, but shout out to Riley and Marissa for making it onto the intro in this is the best thing you could ever ask for in pop culture, making it onto the intro of a John Oliver video. And here they are. I'm not going to play the audio because it's Sunday morning, rain is falling, oh yeah, whatever. I can't sing. But a little Maroon 5 song about Sunday morning. I woke up this morning with nothing but tears of happiness. I can't believe this is how I get to spend every Sunday morning for the rest of my life. Riley, you have changed my world completely, and I couldn't be happier. This is the first of many, and before you know it, we will be hearing those little footsteps, I love you, in our Sunday mornings. Boy, life comes at you fast. So I wanted to show you what a good relationship looks like before we get into other relationships. Now, I've been a fan of Victoria Fuller. Not because she's perfect, but because she kind of does bring a hot mess of emotions to the show. As we know in Pilot Pete's season, she kind of just was accusing them of things, and they were starting fights, and there's all this toxic behavior, which, by the way, I think we can jump right over. I'll jump right over to this article because I'm not going to be one to use the term gaslighting because I still don't know when, in fact, it may or may not be appropriate. But in this article, which is taking a second to load up here, it's all of the past and present controversies explained of Victoria Fuller. In just the first sentence, Victoria Fuller has definitely shaped up to be the villain of Peter Weber's Bachelor season, but after crying and pretty much gaslighting her way straight into the fantasy suite, she's now addressing all of her past controversies. So we'll talk more about that in a second here. Just to say, look, I'm not saying she's perfect. Of course, we're all complicated humans. We're trying the best with the information we have, but boy, does she have a track record here of some of these musicians she's dating. And again, sometimes drama follows you. And I like her Instagram. She calls a lot of it out. But see this photo here, you'll see in the, she posts this photo of her Louboutins. But if we look at the Reddit version of, okay, let's start here. Let's start here, folks. We're gonna unpack this. So she posts this photo, and it says single season. SZN, right down here, single season. We see that, liked by Matt Stell. So Matt was her ex. So when we go back to her Instagram here, the photo, the single season no longer exists. It's gone. It's not there. So she posted that. She took it down. I guess that's the thing we do. Looking at you, Claire. Everyone's busy posting and unposting. It's not what you said. It's when you said it and when you deleted it that counts. So Victoria confirms that Matt's song was about her. Let's do this. Let's read the lyrics to the song, and I'll play a clip from it. I'll play a clip first. Now, this is obviously, I like to search for an acoustic clip because, I can't play the licensed version. It'll get taken down, this and that. So here's an acoustic clip of the song that was written by Matt Stell for Victoria.
They say to write what you know. Tell your friends it ain't boyfriend season. This summer is your brand new start. Tell them everything happens for a reason. So you don't have to own this broken heart. Mix another white line with another red wine to yourself. Every time you try to close your eyes, you're gonna find.
So that's it. That's a piece you get. By the way, do you have to, and again, I love country music, but in order to be a country musician, do you have to have a baseball hat on at all times? Like, do you have to, look at this, guys. Dave Neal, Power country musician. All right, folks. There it is. Hey, it's better than the 10-gallon bucket hat or whatever it's called. All right, so now let's read the lyrics. Now, she's confirmed this is about her by saying single season, SZN. It's, in fact, he liked it. We just don't know how, whether or not they left on good terms or this or that. Doesn't even matter. Who knows? But the lyrics are pretty cutting to the point where a lot of people are saying he's actually looking like the petty one here for writing about it. But then again, it's like, look, you got to write about what you know. And if you got dumped by somebody and that's what you know, write about it. All right, I'll just read these lyrics. I'm not going to sing them. Go ahead and put it all on me, girl. Like that dress that I got you got on. Keep on flashing that smile in your story. All you want, but it won't change the real one. Let a stranger come fill your cup. The truth can't spill if you bottle it up. So just tell your friends it ain't boyfriend season and this summer is your brand new start. Tell him everything happens for a reason so you don't have to own his broken heart. This broken heart. Mix another white lie with another red wine. Tell yourself every time you try to close your eyes that you're going to find somebody better. Girl, whatever helps you sleep at night. When you're running out of ways to forget me and the lights in the night just ain't enough. When you're lying wide awake and you give me a drunk call and I don't pick up. Oh! Just tell your friends it ain't boyfriend season and this summer is your brand new start. Tell them everything happens for a reason so you don't have to own this broken heart. Mix another white lie with another red wine. Tell yourself every time you try to close your eyes that you're going to find somebody better. Girl, whatever helps you sleep at night. I bet it's a tough pill to swallow at night when your head hits the pillow. Your mind's racing, but you ain't on mine because I ain't losing any sleep at night. So tell your friends it ain't boyfriend season and this summer is your brand new start. Tell them everything happens for a reason so you don't have to own this broken heart. Mix another white lie with another red wine. Tell yourself every time you try to close your eyes that you're going to find somebody better. Girl, whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Wow. Guys, listen. We like to knock people for their creativity if it's not perfectly what we like to think. This dude spit bars. These are bars. Look at this. Where's the red wine? She said it a few times. Mix another white lie with another red wine. That's Shakespeare in my book. Mix another white lie with another red wine. So is he saying that she's lying to him? All these things, it's really hard to know. Let's read the comments from people here. Because actually, and again, maybe people didn't read the lyrics. Maybe people don't know what's going on. Maybe Victoria's just got a big fan base, so they're kind of like pro her, anti him. Not really sure. But those were some fighting words, if you ask me. Squashing the insulting speculation. So also, she said she was single, and there's a whole nother storyline here where people were wondering if, people were wondering if she's dating Chris Randone because he got her Louboutins apparently, but then she says he's a roommate, BFF, business partner. So she kind of friend zones him. So it's important to know that because some of these comments might show that what people were wondering if she was dating Chris Randone. Of course, she's like, no, I am not. He doesn't have a baseball hat on. He doesn't pass go. Isn't the song basically him calling her out for being not over him, but he's still liking her pics? Yes, and why did he write a song about her not being over him? I'm not even a huge Victoria Fuller fan, but writing a song calling her out for drunk calling him and releasing it on her birthday of all days is an a-hole move. Yeah, so he released it like the day before her birthday too. Why does she date such old guys? He's 37. I'm 36. That's not too old, maybe for her. Oh, she's what? She turned 28. I don't think a 37-year-old and a 28-year-old is odd at all. Why does she His mom just commented heart, heart, heart under this post. She's also confirming she's not dating Chris Randone, and honestly, that's the item I would be most embarrassed about if I were her. That's just mean. Chris Randone obviously broke up with Crystal, who then got pregnant like days later, apparently, after while they were still separated from their marriage, and he was heartbroken over it. So, I mean, that's a completely different story, but, poor Chris Randone. I hope he finds his own happiness. Also, she posted this less than an hour ago, and he has already liked it, but he's totally over her. Look, I mean, this is good publicity for his song. I would have never known who this guy was. I mean, I'm just not, I'm not up to date with my baseball hat-wearing rock stars out here. Although the lyrics sound good, so I'm going to listen to the professional version after. Someone said they're probably friendly and she's helping him by posting stuff like this. That could be true too. They could have just been friends with benefits or had a casual relationship. But his lyrics are pretty cutting towards her that you'd be surprised that she'd even want to be associated with that. Getting a song written about you as a compliment means you're thought about often. Well, sometimes. I've got stand-up jokes about women that probably wouldn't take it as a compliment. Which is funny since one of the lines of the song is, at night when your head hits the pillow, your mind's racing, but you ain't on mine. True, but this one was all about her drunk calling him and lying to her friends about being over him. All right. I mean, drunk texting an ex because of lingering feelings is not even that uncommon. I mean, listen, if you're drunk texting an ex about lingering feelings, even if it's not uncommon, that's still on you to get your situation right. So we look at Victoria Fuller and her relationship with one, Pedro Weber here, whatever this appropriation is that's happening. Hey, look, I guess we're not. I guess they. I don't know. I don't know what sort of rancher vibe they're going for here. They look like John. They got John Legend hats with. Okay, we're just gonna move on with Harry Potter colors. Is this a Harry Potter? Someone had commented he's got the Harry Potter scar on the forehead. Who knows? Anyway, during Hannah Brown's season, Pilot Pete was like a happy golden retriever. However, by the end of his own season, he looked like he had aged 10 years and had seen some dark stuff. And someone said, ironically, that was mostly due to Victoria Fuller's bull stuff. I kind of wish Victoria had been F2 so we could have witnessed this meeting between her and Barb. So they had some wacky fights. Let's go back to this article over here. Wacky fights. So Reality Steve confirmed Victoria was actually dating. And again, this actually got Reality Steve in trouble because... So they have all these things about Victoria they pulled up. And again, I'm not here to talk about how she might have gone to jail for a DWI or these different issues that she has. She did a White Lives Matter photo shoot. Of course, this looks horrible. This was posted on January. This looks horrible in hindsight, and I'm not defending it. It was some play on words about white marlins, but obviously, you'd think look, a Confederate flag, but there's marlins in the middle. Marlins Lives Matter. Ugh, yikes. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt, like, they needed a few bucks for the gig, and it's a bad pun or whatever it is, and maybe White Lives Matter as far as Marlins goes. Look, I'm digressing. We're not here to talk about that. Peter's ex showed up with some Victoria tea. So yeah, Peter's ex Marissa Pence showed up to talk about Victoria. It kind of started becoming a trend. I felt like. So there's all these vague warnings that came out. And again, these are just rumors about her. So that's all they were. And in reality, Steve got a lot of flack, I think, for sharing some of this. Victoria had broken up 4 marriages, Marissa told the publication. It kind of started becoming a trend. I felt like she was a little more entitled, or felt that way at least. And leading up to that, I felt like all these people out here aren't going to say anything. I had a total different stance than everybody because I knew Peter. I knew his family, and I knew what type of person he is. So I just felt like if anyone were to say something, I felt like he probably would listen to me versus some random girl. So anyway, and then she dated some other people. Of course, Chase Rice. I wanted to get to the one part from Reality Steve. The following week on March 2nd is the Women Tell All. Her body language isn't great. Peter sends Victoria home. So again, this is all from a few years ago. Reality Steve says that the wives of the husbands Victoria dated were women she was friends with. Like she went to their weddings and everything. One of the other wives actually confronted me when I was at a bar in Virginia Beach, and I didn't know that that's who she was until after the fact. And she was like, I just want to thank you so much. You took on a huge burden that a lot of us couldn't take on because of other reasons, Marissa Pence told Us Weekly. So people were happy that Marissa outed her, I guess. She denied the rumors on Instagram. The rumors you're hearing are false. There will be a time and a place where I can defend myself, but for now I choose to wait. Bullying is not okay. And of course, look, these are rumors that people can start up. We don't know what's true, what's false. But yikes, right? This was a wild stories. So anyway, Victoria, Reality Steve shared all this information, and then, it's one of those instances where people go, look, have we gone too far pulling up people's personal lives? But the show brought Marissa Pence on TV to share. I think she was blurred her face out too, right? I don't remember, but they brought her on to share these stories, to be like, these are valid. This is someone Peter knows, who was like, yeah, we know her. She dated 4 married men, and this is the story, and whatever the case may be. Yikes cities, right, folks? So anyway, not much else to say about that other than these lyrics are scathing. Now, of course, I shared the lyrics of the song that was written about Colton Underwood by Cassie Randolph's boyfriend. And that was also pretty like put a tracking device under the hood of your car, like that, those types of lyrics. But this is like, oof. I mean, a well-written verse can really hit someone hard. I'd love to know what you guys think. I will say this. It's important in the world we live in to take these things and know that Victoria's a human. She's, like she said, she's been through therapy. She's, I think, called herself a born-again virgin. I don't know. Like a virgin. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with her. But all I know is she's a human. Let's treat it with some empathy and compassion, in understanding that this isn't necessarily the truth, the full truth, and nothing but the truth. The truth lies somewhere in between this whole mess. But it ain't looking good. With all that said, let me know what you guys think. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye now.